look at this. The proof is right here. Little Ethan is the one who turned me blue. He deliberately put chemicals in my bathwater just to be mean.
We don't know that.
Okay, who else could it have been?
Maybe someone on staff. They all hate you, Gwen. You and your mother.
Pilar, don't even try and put this on anyone else. Little Ethan did this, and you know it.
I know no such thing.
Ethan, remember Dr. Spears said that little Ethan staying here could lead to behavioral problems, so apparently they've started already? Look, we need to send him to boarding school as soon as possible before he kills us all, then tortures the mansion to cover his tracks.
Okay, let's not be ridiculous.
I mean it. Teresa's little spawn is going to boarding school tonight. You need to go find little Ethan and tell him that he's off to boarding school.
Gwen, calm down. We don't know for certain that it was little Ethan that turned you blue. As a matter of fact, he's the last person I would accuse of something like this. He never does anything wrong.
True.
And for him to do something like this when he's such a good kid, it doesn't make any sense.
Ethan, hello. This is what Dr. Spears, the psychologist, he said this would happen. The only surprise here is that it happened so soon.
Look, A, we don't know that little Ethan is responsible. And B, if it turns out that he is, sending him away seems like overkill to me, Gwen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, I bet that's what Mr. and Mrs. Menendez felt like when Eric and Lyle started acting up at first, and we all know what happened to them.
I cannot believe how over the top you were being about
Oh, my God! Would you look at me, please? I am completely blue. This stuff on my skin is probably toxic. I'm probably going to wind up poisoned. If only.
I wish.
Gwen, you're overreacting.
Overreacting? Oh, no. Little Ethan is going to boarding school. Right now. I mean it. I want little Ethan packed up and shipped off to boarding school tonight.
Gwen, I'm not going to do anything until I have talked to little Ethan and I find out what happened. At this point, we still don't know he's responsible for this.
Well, I agree with him.
Oh, of course you do. Stop defending little Ethan. It is so obvious that he's the one who did this to me.
Please stop assuming that he's guilty.
You know what? We've wasted enough time arguing. You need to go find little Ethan. And you know what? I bet you he'll even confess.
Gwen, I will find him and I will talk to him.
Talk to him. Ethan, you're not going on some congressional fact-finding mission here. You're supposed to be getting the truth. I have an obviously very troubled boy. And I suggest you do it quick before he hurts Jane or Jonathan.
Oh, God, Gwen, you're talking as if you were a mass murderer or something.
Well, let's hope he gets the help that he needs at boarding school before it even comes to that.
You vicious bitch. You're being so ridiculous. Little Ethan would never hurt Jane or Jonathan.
Pilar's right. He loves his brother and sister, Gwen.
Yes. Isn't that always what the surviving relatives say on TV after the child has already murdered his family?
Oh, my God, Gwen, stop it, okay? You're way out of line.
Okay, Pilar, let's say it again. Little Ethan did this to me. Who else? And don't say one of the servants.
Did you ever stop to think that maybe your bubble bath reacted with some of the chemicals in the mansion's water softening system?
That's a good point.
Okay. Little Ethan did this to me because I raised my voice at him the other night, all right? He needs to learn that revenge isn't good and that this kind of behavior is not going to be tolerated.
Look who's talking. Hypocrite.
Little Ethan is going to boarding school tonight if I have to take him there myself.
No, you can't send little Ethan away. You are not his mother.
Gertrude, would you mind repeating yourself? Because in my wildest dreams, I couldn't imagine that the nanny would talk to her boss that way.
Oh, I said that you cannot send little Ethan away because you are not his mother. Mr. Winthrop's about to become his adopted father, so it's his decision to make, not yours. You have no say in this, ma'am, whatsoever.
Oh, well, the hell I don't. And by the way, Gertrude, you're skating on thin ice.
Oh, I'm just speaking up for little Ethan. He wants to be here with us.
Oh, I don't care what he wants.
Okay, ladies, please, come on.
No, don't do this, Mr. Winthrop. Do not send little Ethan away, because it is not what his mother would want.
Oh, really? Well, Gertrude, how would you know what little Ethan's mother would want? So, Gertrude, how do you know what little Ethan's mother would want? I mean, you never met Teresa, which, by the way, you should consider yourself very lucky.
Gwen.
I'm so sorry. I really meant no disrespect. Well, I've heard so much of the kind of mother Teresa was from, well, you, Mr. Winthrop, and Ms. Lopez Fitzgerald. Yes, I understand that she was very devoted to her children, involved with them despite her demanding position at Crane Industries and her very unhappy marriage to Mr. Alistair Crane.
Well, you're right, Gertrude.
I've also come to realize that little Ethan's mother came from a very close-knit family. So, the impression that I got was that Teresa was the kind of mother who would never send one of her children away.
You're right. No, you're very right. Teresa didn't believe in raising children just to have them sent away to be raised by somebody else. She believed that families should be close and stay close. And she's told me numerous times how much your family suffered when you were forced to send Paloma to Mexico, and Teresa vowed never to do that to her children, to never send them away.
It's true.
It's true. I did.
Ethan, this is a decision for you and I to make, not for the help to make.
Gwen, don't be rude about it.
Whatever. It's true. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a shower and try to get the rest of this blue stuff off of me. Then you and I can sit down and talk about Little Ethan going to boarding school.